bike. Up here. This is going to be some shaky video.
Be like GoPro video.
Yep.
So this over here was built specifically for the purpose of educating motorcycle riders, both new and experienced. So this is really kind of the heartbeat of our, what we believe in when it comes to motorcycling, and that is you can't be too safe. So when we're talking to customers or new customers or whatever, we have a lot of. This is a 12-man course over here, all painted on here. We sub it out through Team Arizona, and then we just have a relationship with Team Arizona through the dealerships, and usually they're running courses all week and on the weekends both. So this place is usually a pretty hopping joint. Today I'm not sure, they must have finished their courses yesterday. Otherwise normally there'd be people all over this place. And then when there are not people on this course, our technicians use it as kind of a safe environment to test ride bikes when they're done, if they don't need to go out on the road. Helps us a little bit, limit a little bit of that liability with those guys too, which is kind of cool.
Because wheelies and stoppies in a controlled environment are very important.
Exactly.
Very important.
Yeah, they're actually there in the classroom. So our classrooms are down there, and then in that middle room here, we have we're the only dealership or only training facility in the world that has 2 rider simulators. And the rider simulators are what the government purchased years ago for our military guys that were getting back from extended service. A lot of them were buying motorcycles, but weren't maybe adequately preparing themselves to ride them. So they were having some issues with that. So they had a company actually develop some really high-end simulators, and no other dealership in the world has them, and Bob bought 2 of them for us. So you can introduce a new rider to the motorcycling world on a simulator, safe environment, and get them comfortable with the controls and everything, and then put them out on an introduction type ride, which is pretty kick-ass.
That's very cool. Do we get to play with it?
Sure, if you guys want it. I'll take you in there if you want.
Shit, yeah.
All right, let's go in there.
We are here in the secret Harley-Davidson of Scottsdale basement. Don't tell anybody.
So then this is our Go AZ side. So we kind of split it, and Go AZ keeps a lot of their stock out here. And what it does is, what's really nice is that our bikes, when we bring them in, they don't have to battle the elements. We set them up, we bring them down here, and they're no sun, none of that stuff.
This is good to know. This is something that people need to know. If you don't see it on the floor, you might have it in stock.
For sure, absolutely. Happens all the time. You gotta go down one more time?
Nah, we're good.
Chevy Tahoe, black out on this.
There's 2 of those around here. That's Scottsdale. That's everywhere. So that's my bike right there.
This one?
Yeah. So I'll show you guys a couple kick-ass things. We're lighting freaks here.
Yeah,
right?
they get the lights.
Down here, it's so hard for people to see you, and so we actually use a lot of excess lighting. So I've got all the LED on the front, then I've got hyper lights on the front too that can either run solid, or I can flip it over here and I can run flash. So during the day, oftentimes when traffic's really busy,
It's like lightning strike.
I run flash. Yeah.
Yeah, we actually interviewed the guys over at Lightning Strike for their system on things. That's really cool.
So these are called hyper lights, and then on the back,
Is that a Harley item?
no, it's aftermarket, but all the LEDs all Harley. And then on the back, if you look at my back light, I've got a wig-wag on the back of it. So
When you hit the brakes, it
similar to what the cops run here, yeah.
Cool. And that's wired into both brakes, right?
Both brakes, yep. So you hit either one, and it'll flash for you. And at night, it's just excessively prevalent.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's cool as hell.
nice bike.
And then we put the Vance & Hines race stainless steel race exhaust on it, which has the bungs built right into the pipes. So when we're dyno tuning, the guys can just pop the bungs out for me and keep it tuned really well for me. The sound is just off the chart. I've never heard an exhaust like this. It's got a sound so deep you can literally feel it in your heart.
Oh, look at him. He's all glowing.
This is aftermarket.
No, that's Harley.
This is Harley?
Yep, that's a Harley heat shield.
That's a new product Harley came out with.
Okay. Well, it's just reason I say so because biggest run is a pretty stock street bike. Okay, and you know, besides stage 1 kit and a couple different accessories, very limited new headlamp and stuff. This was the biggest upgrade that he did on his bike.
Yep.
Which is surprising, but it was when he bought it was aftermarket.
Okay.
By Kiriakin.
Yeah, Kiriakin. Yep.
So and it was.
And it works great.
Yeah.
It works
I'll tell you a
great.
couple things. We didn't really talk much about it down here, but as far as cooling is a big deal to us down here, keeping our bikes cool. And there's some great things you can do with your bike to help keep your bikes cooler. Running Syn 3, running synthetic oil alone helps the bike run anywhere from 12 to 15% cooler than mineral oil. And on top of that, Harley has the new extended capacity oil reservoir that you can put on, and which adds a whole nother quart of oil. So you run Syn 3, add another quart of oil to the machine. And
Well, and what people don't realize is, okay, yeah, they sell oil coolers, but you still got to be moving for that.
for sure. But Harley has spent literally hundreds of thousands of dollars in R&D building an oil with the right viscosity for their motors that run a little hotter. So you don't get that vaporization, that excessive wear. And so I know a lot of people think that we're just like jaded because we're a Harley dealer and we just want to sell Harley. Well, there's a reason to run Harley-Davidson Screaming Eagle Syn 3 oil, in my opinion. When you're in Phoenix, Arizona, or somewhere in a really hot climate, that vaporization of your oil and your motor is one of the worst things as far as wear and tear on your bike. And so making sure that you have the best oil you can put in it, and right now, in my opinion, I think Harley-Davidson's Syn 3 oil is the best to put in your Harley-Davidson motorcycle. It's made to be mated with that engine, and that's always what we recommend. And it's not one of those deals just because we sell it, because we do sell it. But the flip side of that is they made it for that, and they're warrantying the bike, so it's really a crucial thing to them.
Well,
they want it to be good.
Well, that's one of the things that we always say. If we get asked all the time on tech things, okay, well, what kind of oil or what kind of spark plugs or what kind of oil filter? Okay, is your bike under warranty? You know what? You need to keep within the specs that the manufacturer says, because you never know. It may void the warranty, but during that time period under warranty, there's a reason why the manufacturer says this.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't matter just Harley, but it's Honda, Kawasaki, everything else.
Agreed.
There's a reason for it.
For sure.
Concept?
So yeah, these are our renderings of what the new dealership's going to look like. So this is what it's going to look like from Hayden, and then you're actually going to enter the dealership. This is the back side, okay, where everybody will park, and this whole thing's almost all basement underneath here. And then you can see the stage over here, and the customer area is here to hang out, and we've got a really cool water feature going in here, so when you drive up, you'll be able to park your bike and splash a little bit of cold water on your face if you're outside.
Well, this is typical Bob Parsons. Screw it, just ride.
Yeah. But this here is a new concept. So our service department sits behind there, and our actual service riders will be riding you up in the service department, or in the parts department. So our service rider kiosks are in our parts department.
Wow.
So, you know, when you're in there and you're thinking to yourself, I'm having my oil changed or whatever, I was thinking about putting a derby cover on, you'll be surrounded by all the parts and accessories when we're riding up your service. So the service guys aren't running you all over the place going, hey, you can do this, and you come over here and you can do that. It'll all be right there in front of them.
And it links up to the iPads they have too.
Yeah.
So they can view it all.
So then this is our parts bar, which is a whole new concept. So kind of a cool, won't be a parts counter because our actual parts people will be out on the showroom floor, and these really cool sales kiosks that'll have a motorcycle on a lift that moves up and down attached to the end of them. So when you're dealing with our parts people, they'll be able to take you to the motorcycle at that special counter, and they'll be able to go, well, hey, just a minute. This is what we're talking about right here.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's badass.
Yeah.
Knowledge is power.
And then in the middle of our showroom, which we don't have a good rendering of it, is our audio. This room right here. You know, when you go into a really high-end, like a stereo store or a company, this is going to be a room dedicated to just audio and lighting. So you'll be able to shut those doors. It'll be dark in there. And you'll be able to see what LED is versus incandescent.
Wow.
And you'll be able to hit the different buttons and listen to, here's boom audio package 1, boom audio package 2,